What's up? We are live fire with Dad back in the studio.
Fire up, Dad, baby. Cha-ching.
What's up, Dad?
Not much. Just sitting here relaxing.
So it's been a few weeks. That's the FedEx guy.
Oh, I thought it was a fireman.
He's just dropping some stuff off. That's probably the only distraction with having this window here is that the inclination is to look out there at random people.
Well, the guy looks like he's got a fire suit on. I guess he's probably dressed for the coldness, I guess. Looks like he's got a fire suit on.
Dressed for the coldness. So, Dad, you're looking quite dapper. You've got your, I'm guessing, your America's Best Restaurants golf shirt with your little old man sweater, and you're rocking your new.
I was freezing this morning, so I thought maybe I better wear something a little bit warmer because when I come up here, that one room's cold, the other room's hot.
So you're rocking your new Grant Cardone 10X hat.
Cha-ching. Thank you.
Are you going to 10X it?
I'm always 10X'd.
What does 10X mean to you?
10X means 10 times the thing that you were going to do, baby.
Okay. So it's been a while since I saw you last. You're quiet. You got nothing to say?
Yeah, I got something. I'm just waiting for you to say something.
Have I gotten any cha-chings yet?
Well, I said cha-ching when we started. Cha-ching,
baby. Did he cha-ching, Max?
Oh, hell yeah.
There was one cha-ching. That's three. I'll use double cha-ching.
That's right. Cha-ching, baby.
Okay, so you're back from Florida?
Yep.
How long were you guys down there?
About 25 days.
25 days. Why'd you come back?
Because I got clients I got to coach.
Screw that.
I got people I want to see.
Who do you want to see? Me mainly?
That's probably it. And I got to I missed the office here. Missed all the people that you've got working up here.
Okay, that's a good point. I'll give you that one.
I mean, down there it's fine, but you only got me and the wife and nobody else.
How did she not murder you? 25 days with you.
The question is, how do I not murder her?
You're trying to threaten my mom?
No.
No, I know how you are as far as being similar to me, and I'm surprised that you didn't come back in a body bag.
Well, I probably I couldn't wait to get back, quite honestly, because I'm just going down there. There's no one to talk to.
No one to talk to is a bunch of old people.
A bunch of old guys.
You're not an old guy.
I mean, I'm a young guy at heart, baby.
So let's talk about business.
All right.
So we're in Deep Work Studios. We're in here broadcasting live across the interweb to get attention for Matt and Dwayne Plapp. Why do businesses not understand the value of getting attention? Because at the end of the day, the more attention you have, the more opportunity you have to have people as clients.
They get hung up on what I call working in the business instead of on the business. I got to do a coaching session.
So are you the only one that calls it that? You said what I call.
Well, what business people call.
Okay. I don't know if you trademarked it.
No. Although I probably used it for 15, 20 years, but in my coaching, but I think it's pretty much a common word. But the thing is, most of these businesses, they're doing their accounting, they're doing all this other stuff, they're managing their employees, they're doing everything but creating visibility. And on my score sheets, I got visibility is the biggest section of it. That and learning how to communicate. So when you're getting visible, you communicate. But most people do not know how to get visible, okay? And if they do, they don't do it. And like I had one client, he says, "Well, I'm getting visible on Saturday and Sunday." Whoopee.
Watching cartoons?
Exactly. I says, you got to be visible on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when everybody that you want to talk to is also visible.
Did I show you? I think I showed you in there in the event I was at where I got you the 10X hat, Grant Cardone. If you don't know Grant Cardone, look him up. He's a little crazy and out there in some of his stuff, but he's such a established entrepreneur and a hustler that he gets it. But he's got a chart that he made that shows, it says money follows attention. And it shows when 2011 to now, he's went from 3.3 million to 105 million in sales last year. And it's got a chart that follows his Google trends because he wasn't real big online for a long time. And then back in like 2014 to 16, he realized what the internet held and went crazy on it. Like I remember seeing articles about his Grant Cardone going to break the internet because he's doing so many live videos and he's going to ruin his audience. And it didn't obviously ruin his audience. He's now doing 100 million plus, but it's cool to see because he leveraged all of these free tools, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and it's grown his business.
Well, it's the same thing for you. I can remember 12 or 13 years ago, you were, just starting out and everybody I talk to now, I'll walk up to them and I'll say, I'm Dwayne Plapp. Well, you're Matt Plapp's dad. Well, everybody's seen it. I mean, I'm involved with the home builders and everybody in the home builders, about half of them will say, "Hey, by the way, I've been watching your son's videos." I see them alive all the time.
Tell them to give me some money.
Well, they are.
Oh, they are.
Sure.
He said that so confidently, Max. Like where the hell's the money?
But the thing is, it's all about visibility. The more when I started my insurance business back in the 70s, my whole goal was to know everybody in Northern Kentucky where they could see me all the time. And I got to the point where if you didn't know who I was, you must have been sitting in the closet, because I was in 4 or 5 networking groups. I was involved with the JCs. I was involved with several other organizations, and we got involved with all kinds of
Boy
stuff.
Scouts.
Boy Scouts. I was on the board of the YMCA for a while. You name it. And I was also on the board of the boys clubs, and we were involved in all kinds of things. And my wife was chairman of the school board. Guess what? We hardly anybody in Northern Kentucky didn't know who we were. And that was the name of the game. Makes a whole lot easier to sell, because if you don't have to cold call, which means if I walk in, if I don't know you, but you know who I am, and I walk in your store and you say that's Dwayne Plapp or that's Matt Plapp, guess what? It's no longer a cold call.
Well, and even
because they know who you are.
Well, but even from a consumer standpoint,
Exactly.
from a restaurant, it's not about cold calling. It's about being top of mind when people are hungry.
Exactly.
And so many businesses suck at being top of mind. So go back to a different topic. You mentioned we're talking about awareness. We're talking about visibility. And you mentioned how mom was president of the school board. I was way too visible with the principal growing up.
You were way too visible with all kinds of things that got you in trouble.
What was the one story that sticks out to you? The thing I did that was kind of the that you remember, like some of the stupid shit that
Well,
I did.
the couple of things. One thing was, like, I'll never forget that the vice principal of the 8th grade called mom, wanted to have a meeting with you.
Is that Kortenbrock, Rusty Kortenbrock?
Yeah, and he gets in his office and said, "We got a small problem here." And my wife says, "What's the problem?" She says, "Well, Matt seems to be making some money on the current events in his class." And she says, "What do you mean?" Well, he says, "Well, every week, okay, the teacher gives them a current events thing, and they got to cut out a thing in the paper and bring it to school on Friday. And all of a sudden, we found out that Matt's making about $35 a week, okay, collecting $1 from each kid and doing the current events for him." Well, funny thing about it was, me and mom we're cutting the things out of the paper.
So back up to that. What happened? It was Mr. I think the name was Putnam. And it was every Friday had to bring an article. And if you didn't bring an article, you got detention. And I would watch all these morons get detention. I came home to you guys and said, "Hey, can you bring a couple copies of the different newspapers home?" And then you all were like, "Well, you got, I got school projects." Thursdays, we got every damn article. I'd go in with a stack of them, supply and demand, because all these kids were morons. They would forget. And so I'd walk in like, "Hey, $1.25. I'd made the number what I knew they had their lunch money.
Well, the other thing too is, crack this up, is he's sitting there telling
Miranda, I guess I technically starved kids for one day.
Oh, geez, whatever. But the thing is, Kortenbrock's sitting there talking to my wife, talking to Lorinda, and he's saying, "Oh, we need to do something with Matthew." My mom says, "We ought to be giving him a medal for being enough common sense to make some money on and being an entrepreneur." How many kids would have even thought of doing that? And the other one was this: when you roped off our yard, okay, and sold tickets to watch the fight.
Brandon, excellent. Yeah, so that might have been crossing the line. I was like a little miniature Don King. It was these two kids wanted to fight, and I knew that our house was close enough to Tishner to be off of school grounds. And so I'm like, well, if they're going to fight, this is a safer environment, and I could make some cash off it. So I would charge kids to come watch the fight. It was, I want to say it was Brandon Exler and like Jamie Bennington or something.
And you had our whole yard roped off.
Yeah. I don't know about the whole yard, but I had it roped off.
I had the
charge
admission.
I had the Gers twins and I think Matt Church on security. So I did some crazy stuff. So there's a good example that I had too much visibility of the wrong type, because that got you guys called all the time. And I'll never forget, it changed when I got to high school, and it was you bought a Jeep, a 1978 CJ5 from a guy from Perry Park for a couple grand. It was good looking restored Jeep. It didn't run awesome, but it did it good enough. He said, "Hey, this is your Jeep when you're 16 if you quit being an idiot." And I quit being an idiot really quick.
Big time.
Big time. Well, I guess you could probably argue I'm somewhat of an idiot now, but
it's a little
more harnessed.
Those ideas and enthusiasm you had is carried forward into your business, and that's why I think one of the reasons why you've been as successful as you had, because you're out of the box. You know, I can remember when we had our retail store, some of the out of the box things we did in our retail store were unbelievable, but they worked.
Yeah, out of the box, baby. And by the way, out of the box also, You can see in the screen, perfectly wrapped, Deep Work Studios. This is a new division of our company. I haven't announced it a ton. I'm not going to talk about it a lot, but we've gotten commitments from, I think, 3 of the 5 local businesses that I'm looking to get, where we're going to do some pretty cool stuff with podcasting, with behind the scenes content, with storytelling that nobody's doing. And so I'm excited over that. You saw Aaron just left. He's one of his EXP Realty franchise. He's going to be the guy doing that here. And you're going to be seeing this studio, but we're going to have a little screen that comes down that changes colors, and you can change logos. That way people can change up the scenery.
Been there, done that. Cha-ching.
And they're done that. Cool. We're done.
Oh, we're done.
We're done. I'm done talking with you.
We're done.
I got stuff to do.
Well, I got things to do too.
I've got more things to do.
Who didn't know that? Thank God for that.
Cool. That's all we got.
Cha-ching.
Fire with Dad.
Fire with Dad, baby. Cha-ching.
Until next week, I got to hit the long button up there. See y'all.
All right, bye.